Yeah, your medical care. I talk about that a lot, don't I? Listen, people, doctors are like anyone else. There is somebody that is top of the class and somebody that barely squeaks by. And some people have great talent and others have none. It's like any other training that takes, years and years and years of dedicated, work to be good at it. There are still some pretty bad doctors. They're good at taking tests, but they have no bedside manner and they have no empathy. They are simply doing it because they wanted to be doctors, their parents were doctors, whatever. But it's not a passion. They truly didn't do it because, they want to do, volunteer work in some poor country. No, they did it because that's prestige and that type of thing. And there's good and there's bad. There's no way to get around it. And you need to stay involved. I believe doctors need to be detectives, because there are many diseases that mimic other diseases. You can have a lazy, instantaneous 5-minute meeting and have this doctor decide without any blood test, urine test, without anything whatsoever, and still give a diagnosis of, you're okay, this is what it is. I can tell you that even a damn car mechanic can't tell shit without checking the fluids, okay? And this is what happened to my nephew's wife. They told her she had tension headaches when in reality she had cancer. And they fucked up enough times long enough, giving her the wrong medication long enough to where it got to the point where there was nothing they could do for her, because they fucked off all that time because of their cocky, their ability to say and not look any further than this, because their compassion and their drive and their talent and their abilities don't go that far. So you have to stay involved in your own medical care, okay? Don't let doctors convince you that it's this simple thing. If you don't believe it is, and it's really bothering you, then you ask for another doctor. Never be afraid to tell your doctor, I'd like to get a second opinion because you're not hearing my issue. And at that point, usually it goes up to administration. You know what I mean? If you file a complaint, it'll go up to administration, and then they decide what's going to happen. And sometimes the doctors get punished. Sometimes they don't. But you're definitely entitled, if you think that you're just being blown off, okay, to speak to another physician. You're not fucking legally locked into having to see this guy that you're convinced is not looking after your best interest. It's the problem with managed care now. All these money markets, no matter what hospital and group of doctors you look at, the insurance companies, they're all owned by money market funds. They own your fucking doctors. They own your local hospitals. It's America needs a national insurance policy. I'm sure that we could do it very well. They try to do this scary fucking, if we can't have, that type of healthcare because it's communist or something, or socialist. Hey, the fucking Canadians love it. And if you ask the Canadians, if you go there and ask them, the people who actually experience it, not some news report put out by some medical insurance company, okay? The one I saw, the person said, I love it. I don't pay for any of my medications. It took me 15 minutes to see the doctor, okay? And it took like 2 weeks to get an appointment. They interviewed a lot of the doctors, and the doctor said, we are completely happy with the salaries that were paid. So the United States could do exactly that. We have enough VA hospitals around right now that we're almost there already. We just need to hire, incentivize, okay, and buy these doctors back from these money market funds. Because if we have public health care, they're all out of fucking business. They'll be firing doctors left and right. It's the right thing to do. It really is. And, you know, it's only these fucking insurance companies and shit that have kept this scheme going. You know what I mean? Really. It's pretty goddamn pathetic. And they'll show this squeaky gurney going down a dimly lit hallway with a light bulb blinking and everything's painted institution green and shit. And this is what you're going to get if you get communist health care. You know what I mean? Nothing could be further from the truth. None of them are perfect, just like anything else, but the VA system is just fucking horrible right now, right? Let's focus on everybody and try to do a better job, okay? And we don't let trillions of dollars get cycled off into giant fucking boats by people who invest in insurance companies. The way they make their money is by not paying benefits. Okay, fuck them. We don't need them as part of the system. They are nothing but a drag, a great big friction brake, okay, that sucks energy out of the system nonstop, 24/7. These fucking insurance companies and shit, yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. We can do better. We really can. We can do better.